Hello, I'm Craig Constantine.
And I'm Jesse Danger.
Are you looking for ways to bring conversation alive? Then you are in the right place. Welcome to Open and Curious. In each of these episodes, we begin with a question and work our way to a challenge. Some questions we explore have clear answers, and some lead to more questions and further unknowns. The challenge we seek to find at the end of each episode is meant to help you explore each question on your own. So my question for this episode is, what is a deep conversation?
The first thing that I think about around what a deep conversation is, I think about many things. I think about this quality of the experience and moving past superficiality. And if we're going to move past superficiality, what is the difference between superficial and real? So real has to be what is uniquely me and uniquely you and uniquely this moment. It's a little bit like a site-specific dance with talking. I wonder if that's enough. I'm thinking about sufficient and necessary conditions for the depth of conversation.
Yeah, when people say that conversation was deep, is maybe deep the wrong word. Maybe the things that you're describing, which, by the way, that was a really good definition, a really clear explanation of a good conversation. That might be, if it isn't, what else would there be? So sometimes I hear people say, I don't really like deep conversation because it actually goes to places they don't want to talk about. And to me, that's not really depth. I see why depth is a word that could be used to describe that, but to me, I would want to call that an inappropriate conversation, or a conversation that forces some issue or talks, so I don't feel like that's a conversation that is deep is not necessarily one that went somewhere that somebody didn't want to go. So I still don't see anything missing from what you were describing.
Yeah, so you have the shallow side and the deep side of the pool, and sometimes, for any number of reasons, you don't want to go in the deep side of the pool. And the deep side of the pool is, I guess there's a level of depth or discomfort. So maybe there also has to be some sort of positive allurement, co-creation, a really wanting to peel something new back or go further around a topic. And I'm hearing that just doing that, just going further on a topic than you've gone before, isn't necessarily what people are talking about.
Hello, I'm Craig Constantine. Are you looking for ways to bring conversation alive? Then the Open and Curious podcast is for you. In each 15-minute episode, we begin with a question and work our way to a challenge. Some questions we explore have clear answers, and some lead to more questions and further unknowns. The challenge we seek to find at the end of each episode is meant to help you explore each question on your own. To purchase the Open and Curious podcast episodes, please see openandcurious.org. There's a link in the show notes. Once purchased, all of the episodes will appear and play just as you expect in your favorite podcast player. Questions, comments, want to rant or rave? My email address is also in the show notes, and I'd love to hear from you. As always, I appreciate your time and attention, and I don't take it for granted.